Okay, Antonio Conte has ruled himself out of the running for the Real Madrid job, which leaves Real Madrid in a very tight corner. They have 2 weeks in which to name a successor to Lopetegui, and they've already come out and said Santiago Solari, the interim manager, is not going to be their choice. Even though his side are currently 2-0 up in their Copa del Rey game at the moment as we're recording this video. He's been told he's not the permanent successor, which is madness because he is actually a club man. He's been the B team coach, he's been the youth team coach, he's an ex-player there. He's played most of his career actually at Real Madrid. He was a teammate of Zidane back in the day, over a decade and a half ago. He's a club man, they're not going with him. It'll be a lot cheaper to go with him than with someone else when they've got to pay a club or a nation compensation, because Conte's ruled himself out. There are very few available managers of the calibre Real Madrid are after available right now. They want Roberto Martinez. He's actually the favourite. He's Perez's favourite anyway, but he's just signed a contract extension with Belgium, and at Belgium, the big egos of the players disappears. They want to play for him. And I'm not sure Martinez, even though he's Spanish, his playing style with his very loose, weak defence and just all-out attack is necessarily what the Real Madrid fans would want to see. They want to see wins, not goals going in. They want to see goals one way, but keep the goals out the other end, which is something Real Madrid have not been doing this season. So Real Madrid are in a bit of a sticky patch. Antonio Conte, I don't think that would have worked anyway because Perez, basically panders to the players. He gives the players a lot more power than they should have, and player power has basically caused 2 managers in 4 months to basically either get sacked or leave the Bernabeu. So Zidane walked away because he had enough of dealing with their petulance, and Lopetegui couldn't control their petulance, and they wouldn't want to play for him. They didn't want to listen to him because they felt they were too good to be coached. That's basically what the players have done, and Perez as a president panders to the players rather than supports the managers that are in place. And they didn't have a backup plan for Zidane leaving. He completely threw this out the blue, saying, "I've had enough. I'm walking away." And that's caused panic amongst the Real Madrid mates. Whether Lopetegui was the right guy to chase after, and the way they're chasing after Lopetegui destabilised the Spanish camp before the World Cup. The federation weren't happy with this. There's some political infighting within the Spanish federation right now. But they have 2 weeks to find a successor, and they're running out of options. But there we go. Conte has really thrown a spanner in the works for Real Madrid. But I think it's the right choice that he turns this club down. Because he wants to have a say on how the squad is run and transfer policy. As you've seen at Chelsea, he wasn't given that control over transfer policy, and Perez is very, he's the guy in charge of transfer policy at Real Madrid, not the manager, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. Martinez, I'm not sure if his style of football suits Real Madrid. So Conte has already left Real Madrid in a bit of a hot bother here, but Real Madrid have got themselves in this situation by giving too much power to the players, who basically have caused 2 managers to lose their jobs or walk away from their jobs at the Bernabeu in 4 months. So I have no sympathy for Perez, the president of Real Madrid, because he's allowed his players to basically player power, bossy players, overpaid the players, and they feel they're bigger than the club, which is basically what's happening here. So I have no sympathy for Perez. But it's going to be interesting to see who actually does take the Real Madrid hot seat. Will they go back for Mourinho? Because there's rumours he may contact Mourinho and try and prise him away from Old Trafford, which may actually be a godsend for the Man United squad right now, because some of their players are being strangled by Mourinho's tactics. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.